What's better than unboxing some spooky masks to get yourself into the Halloween spirit? Unboxing some spooky masks from Zagone Studios. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day. And in today's video, we've got a very special unboxing. Now, a few weeks back, I was approached by Zagone Studios about doing an unboxing for a very special upcoming line this Halloween season. Well, guess what? It's Halloween season now. So we've got the package and I am very excited to jump on into it. Now, as I mentioned, Zagone sent me an email. They said, hey, we would be honored if you would want to take a look at some of these masks and promote them on your channel. And I thought Zagone Studios would be honored if the House of Masks did a feature on Zagone masks. Mama, we made it. And this isn't the first time that I have worked with Zagone, but it's just crazy to hear someone like Zagone Studios using the words honored when it comes to having their product on your channel. I've looked up to Zagone Studios my entire life, and I have had Zagone masks since before they were even Zagone, back when they were still Be Something Studios. So it is always just a big deal to me to be working with my all-time favorite mask companies, and it never gets any less cool. With that being said, shout out to Zagone. Now let's go ahead and jump on into the box and explain a little bit about what we have. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the United States Postal Service did their best to see what was in the box before this video comes out, and I've got to say the easiest way to do that is to go sign up for Patreon, USPS. Maybe instead of opening my packages for me, you could just go over there, spend the $5 a month, and get early access to all my videos. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here. With that being said, it's going to be easy to jump on into this because all we got to do is this. Open. Alright, so let's see. I think I know what they sent because I looked at an email earlier, but I haven't seen these pieces in person or even photos of the actual masks they were sending to me, just the catalog photos. So, first up, let's take a look. I'm going to set the box on the ground, and we will just reach in and grab that other mask in a second. As you can see, it is bagged and tagged. Very nice. Really, really good smelling latex, by the way. Add that to the list of weird things that mask collectors say. All right, let's go ahead and pull this dude out, and I will give you guys the first look at him. There you go. Obviously a classic sculpt that we have seen before, but what's so special about this piece? I did mention that it was from a special line. Well, this Mayhem Mask, and I hope that I'm saying that correctly, which I'm probably not. Regardless, this Mayhem Mask comes to you guys exclusively through Party City and Halloween City. And that means, yep, you guessed it, you cannot get this anywhere else. You can't just hop online and order this piece. You have to get it at a Party City or a Halloween City. Now, for those of you watching that have been to a Party City recently, you've probably seen the very special end caps that they're setting up just for Zagone Studios. I noticed this on my first trip into Party City here in town. They had an amazing setup on that end cap for Zagone Studios pieces. The presentation was very nice and all of the masks look really special. Why did they look special? Well, they are special. They are new for this year and they all have like really cool paint jobs. They just looked bright and vibrant and different, and some of them just have these crazy neon retro paint jobs. And we get special releases like this thing and it looks really, really well done. As you can see, we've got some beautiful bloody fangs on there, but the stuff that I want to point out the most is some of the dark shading in some of the cracks and creases and crevices. This is just a really nicely painted piece. And of course, we've got the classic Zagone hood. There's just something very special about old Be Something Studios and Zagone Studios masks, and you can see why. This thing is rad, classic Halloween feel, and like I said, only available at Party City as a part of their partnership with Party City and Halloween City. It is amazing to me to see a company like Zagone getting so much shine through a mass corporate entity like Party City. Now, obviously, Zagone stuff has been available in Party Cities and Halloween Cities for quite a while, but to see them getting some sort of spotlight is just very, very special. So I think that that's awesome, and I think that we should all support this by going to Party City and picking up some Zagone pieces. Now, with this piece out of the way, we'll go ahead and set him back here and take a look at the mask that I'm really excited for, which is still in the box down here. As you can see, still bagged and tagged as well. So we will pull this guy out and show him off too. And this one's a little bit different from your average Zagone pieces. So I'm gonna flip him around, try to let you guys get the first look at them. Here we go. And yeah, look at that thing. Now, this thing may look familiar to you, and that's because this is an absolute classic in the eyes of Halloween mask collectors. This is the classic Jordu shell-shocked sculpt, but it is finished through Zagone Studios at this point, which means that this thing has a way different paint job than what we are used to seeing. Typically, we see some sort of like toxic zombie look on this thing, but right now we have a very burnt, gray, dead-looking mask, and this thing is called Scorched. And I just realized something as I was looking at this tag, because I know that this thing is just called Scorched. As you can see, it says Scorched right there. And then we have another line that looks like it is still part of the name. That is just Scorched in a different language. So when I called this thing Mayhem Grabouge earlier, or whatever I said, it's actually just called Mayhem, and then Grabouge is mayhem in a different language, I assume. So I had a feeling that I was doing something wrong, and I was correct. Regardless, man, this thing is beautiful. Obviously, like I said earlier, sculpted by Jordu Shell. This thing is an absolute classic. Very similar paint job to the other mask that we pulled out there. A lot of gray tones, a lot of dark weathering and shading in some of these wounds. Lots and lots of textures going on there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful mask, and again, a very classic Halloween mask. And that's something that, as different as these things look, they have in common. They are both classic looking Halloween masks that you would walk into a store in the 80s or 90s and be able to see stuff like this on the shelves. And I absolutely love that, because now we can walk into a Halloween store in the 2020s and see stuff like this again on special end caps, and I just think that that's a beautiful thing. So props to Party City, props to Halloween City, and props to Zagone Studios for working together and bringing us cool stuff in the mainstream. That is not a very common thing for serious Halloween mask collectors. So if you guys like what you see here, or even if you don't like what you see here, I highly suggest checking out your local Party City or local Halloween City and taking a look at the Zagone pieces, because they are incredible this year. Like I said, these two look way different from the ones that I saw at my local Party City, because what I saw at my local Party City was a very retro line of some classic designs with new paint jobs. Very, very bright and vibrant stuff, and it was really cool to me. So make sure to go check them out, and make sure to go check out Zagone in general. Let them know that the House of Masks sent you, and hopefully I can keep working with them in the future. In fact, I would like to plan a Zagone Studios tour for next year. I'd like to head over to Chicago, check out these Zagone facilities, and give you guys a nice, beautiful, in-depth tour video. And if that's something you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments below. Maybe if Zagone sees this, we can work something out and get that going sometime early next year, because I think that that would be an incredible video. Now, with all of this being said, let's go ahead and shut this thing down. We are going to do the same thing that we do with all of our unboxings and reviews. We are going to leave you guys with some nice up-close shots of these pieces so that you can see all of the beautiful, beautiful detail, and that will be that. So another big thank you to Zagone, and until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to this partnership, and we'll see you guys in the next one.